This is Always Sunny on the Rim, a series where we use the main cast of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia to play through Rimworld, a story writer survival colony simulator where you wake up on a new planet with nothing. The goal? Escape this hellhole of a planet with the gang alive and well. Can they do it? Welcome to the first episode of the first season of the channel. In this season, we will be using the main cast of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia to try and survive in a Rimworld, the story generator where you wake up on a new planet and you have to try and escape. In this game, you have multiple ways of winning. You can stay there, you can buy your way out, or you can just build the ship and leave. In this season, what we're going to try to do is, well, first we'll be using the gang of It's Always Cindy, like I said, and the five main characters, which are Charlie, Dennis, Mac, Frank, and D in this game. And we're going to go and try and survive. Like I said, we're going to go and try and live with them. But more importantly, what we're going to try and do is make the decisions we think the gang would make. That would make, I think, the story really funny. Usually, what I do is I do this kind of thing alone, and I said, why not just film it and put it on YouTube? We never know. So yeah, these are pretty much for me. But I always find it funny to be using characters like It's Always Sunny Philadelphia or other TV series like that in these type of game. So we'll be using the cast, and they're so funny. They're so random. It's gonna be, I think, a great story to make. And for those who don't know, Rimworld is a really great story generators. It's really deep. You can go, you can do a lot of things. There's quest. And for those who don't know, this is really the new expansion 1.5. You can see it in the top left. We'll be using the new expansion for this playthrough. And something else before we start, everyone, I had some audio problems in the first 5 to 10 minutes when I started recording in the game. So I'm really sorry for that. You can skip it if you want. What I'm gonna do in the first minutes is going to show the characters, show the scenario. So if you never really played the Rimworld, you could skip this, but it's always funny to see everything about this. But again, I'm really sorry about the bad audio for the first 5-10 minutes. It's not that bad. It's just not as good as it is right now or at the end. So thank you very much for watching, and let's jump right into it. We're gonna do is a new colony. We're gonna go into the custom scenario I already made, which is It's Always Crazy in Philadelphia. You can see we start with not much of anything really. A little bit of food, two revolver. We know Frank always has one, and the gang also bought one in the early season. A knife for the gang. They have a knife, a toe knife. Maybe they didn't have a toe knife, but we can assume this is probably Frank's toe knife. And a little bit of things around the map. So we can go. We're gonna use a Randy because it's random, and the gang is pretty much definition of random. Commitment mode. We're gonna go next. Okay, last time I did this, it was death. Now it's dead. That's really weird. Freaking out a little bit right now. I'm just not gonna put the mechanoid. I don't want the story to end in 2 hours because I get unlucky with a drop of big machine destroying everything. So we're gonna go and try and generate to see what happened here. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is select a random place. From -8 to 28. Wow, we got pretty lucky there. All right, so the ideology already created it because it took me a little bit of time. So we're just gonna go next. The ideology is the Church of the DayMan. I'm gonna be able to show it to you pretty soon, but not right now. So right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little break from recording. I'm gonna do all of the five main cast of the gang, and then I'm gonna show you. Okay, so I took a little break to make the gang because I did it in the 1.4 and they didn't end up in the 1.5. So here first we have Dennis Reynolds, who is obviously a psychopath. Greedy is not like greedy. I think I'm gonna win. It's more of it says right there. It needs a really impressive bedroom and not much of a bedroom. I put this because he used to be rich. He likes to be comfortable and to have nice things, and he is pretty too. He was a privileged child and a gigolo. in the adulthood, like we see, like we saw in the series. Dee Reynolds, which was a rich kid and is now a bartender. She's abrasive, greedy, too, and jealous. She adores artistic things, but she's not really good at it. Intellectual, a little bit. She really thinks um, her and Dennis both think that they are really intelligent, but as we know, they are not really. Um, the possession, the auto pistols, the Molotov cocktail, the cham fuel, the knife, and the schematics here. All of this I'm gonna drop because I don't know how to drop it before the game. For Frank Reynolds, we have a traumatized youth and is now a master trader. I don't know why construction is third like that. I'm just gonna go. Okay, he's not really a constructor. Uh, I think I didn't do Frank. No, Frank is not done. All right, so what I'm gonna do it right now with you guys. The shooting is really bad. He really likes shooting, but he's really bad. Melee Frank is a zero. Construction, not much. Mining, he cannot even do it. Cooking, bah, he cannot even do the PB and J's sandwiches with Charlie. Plants, buff. Animals, not really. Doesn't really care. Crafting a little bit. Artistic, maybe a little. Medical, he doesn't really care. Social is really good, but because he has a traumatized youth, he cannot do social in this game. Okay, so what I did is I did a re-educated youth because Frank is really good at social. Maybe he doesn't really care, but he's really good. He had multiple companies. He's a millionaire. He's really bright too. So I couldn't even imagine Frank's not being the trader, the partner, things like that. So inventory, health, everything is good for all of them. Mac here, we have Mac Ronald McDonald, child of drifters, now bodyguard. Is gay, is gourmet, and is a slow learner. We can see shooting melee a little bit here. Not really intellectual, not really medical. He's really interested in melee. Not much of anything else. And Mac, poor Mac, is really nice, but I was about to do Fat Mac. I did a little bit of in between. This is pretty much how I think he see himself when he think he's a mass freak. And Charlie, sewer kid, starship janitor, industrious, chemical interest, and quick sleeper. And construction, crafting, artistic. He really likes writing songs and things like that, and he's really good too. Not the brightest though, Charlie. We all know it. We love him, but not the brightest. Alright, so what I did is I had some problems in the beginning because I ended up installing Rimworld, a new expansion, right as it went live. So there were a lot of mods working, but there were also a lot of mods not working. So what I did is I did it pretty much in one take for the first day too, but there were a lot of things not working also with the audio, so I had to delete it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show it to you like that. This is the ideology in Rimworld. If you don't know, really quickly, the ideology is a little bit like a religion, a cult, or something they follow. They try to follow things. Some things are accepted, some things are not, and we're gonna see for them. So the name, of course, is the Church of the DayMan. Dayman and Nightman being the deities. Drug use essential for the gang. Would it be alcohol or drugs or anything? Of course, they're gonna need it. What did I change to? Child labor disapproved. Execution, they don't care. They don't give a f. Corpse is not pretty, but they don't really care. It's just not pretty. Slavery acceptable. We all know in the first season they got some slaves. They ended up no, it was the second season because Frank was there, but they ended up not liking it really much because they were killing the vibes. But it's definitively acceptable for them. What else? No rules on the clothing. Organ use, of course, they wouldn't care. One spouses only. The leader, the name, the golden god. And if it's a woman, the golden goddess. The moral guide will be the bartender, and the plant specialist would be the church gardener. The ritual would be for the funeral is dumpster throwing. Smoke leaf circle would be the parties at Patty's. The dance party would be dance your ass off like when they try to when they have to dance to save the bar. And the social festival, annual pub crawl, like when the gang try to save America from the North Korean or something like that. I don't remember the title exactly. The building is pretty much simple and then not much relics. So this is gonna be the Church of the DayMan, which is the ideology of the gang that are individualist and high life too. All right, so I paused the game and I started it again just to be sure because in commitment mode I cannot just save it, and I would have to do it all again if it didn't work. So I just quit and came back. It didn't do anything. We can see on the map right now. Wow, there's a lot of mountains. That's a really good. Oh wow, and they can't pass there. Well, they can't. They can always breach. Oh, and they can go right through there too. Oh yeah, but it's a really good map. Oh wow, look at this open. Oh, that's exciting. Usually I have to re-roll, take the map, re-roll mud, and re-roll a lot to get some things like that. And now it's really good. And even there's a little bit of meal. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna get Frank his gun. We're gonna get Charlie his knife, and we're gonna get the other gun to what did I put Charlie? Charlie is a +3 shooting, Mac is a +5, Dennis is a +3. We're gonna give it Mac already has a knife, so we're gonna give it to Charlie. Alright, Charlie. Pass. Alright, so the wood we can take it, the meals we can take them. This no no no. What is this? A breaking through flavor. I'm not sure what this is. So I'm not gonna take it. Alright. And here we have things we won't get to. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna destroy this chip chunk so we can get a little bit of components and metals. And we're gonna just go right there. So I'm gonna make a zone. Stockpile zone. It's been a while since I've played this game. I didn't really play in the past years, but I have more than 2,000 hours in total. So we're gonna put our going zone. Well, I'm just gonna put it there for now. Oh my god, I finally did it. It took me so much time, you have no idea. More than 2 hours. I did another one, but finally I got it. So in the social tab now, there's Frank is the father, and Dennis is this is Dennis. So D is the sisters. I had to put a mother, so I put a pound that's dead and not in the map. And that's pretty much it. So we're gonna finally be able to continue. So I'm just gonna let them go slowly like that and explain a little bit how we're gonna do that, because if you don't know, these type of games take a really long time. So I cannot just put 30 minutes of gameplay into video. There's gonna be pretty much nothing happening in the videos. So what I'm gonna do is pretty much jump cuts. I'm going to explain when I try to construct something, when I do decisions or things like that. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to put it in the videos, but when there's nothing much happening, I'm not going to put it. So sometimes you're going to see a jump into the editing, and that is wise because nothing pretty much happened, but I'm going to talk a little bit about it anyway. So what we will have to do too is the work tab. So what I'm going to do right now, I started yesterday, but like I talked about, I had some problems with the social tab. I've finally been able to do it. So I'm just going to take 2 minutes. I'm going to do the work tab, and then I'm back again. Okay, so what I did right now is they pretty much everyone is trying to fight fire. Obviously, patient, doctors. I put D. I think if I were to choose between the five, I would go to D to get patched up. I put D to second. Frank, Mac, and Charlie. I'm not sure I would like to have anything to do with this. Bed rest, all right. The cook is gonna be Dennis. Charlie, ugh, don't want him as a cook. Frank either. They're both pretty dirty too. Mac, not really a good cook. Don't really want to eat mac and cheese every day with a dog sometimes in it. Dee would be fine, but she has other things to do. So we're gonna put Dennis. He's not too bad. Hunting, Frank. Frank's really like to shoot and to shoot things and to hunt. He's not really good at it though, but he likes it. So we're gonna put a 2 for this. I put Mac third because he's a bodyguard hunting, not really good. We all know it. Try to hunt a cricket didn't really work. Construct, I have to put some guys there. So Charlie obviously and those guys too. Growing, D's gonna do this. Pretty much everyone beside Dennis and Frank is gonna do hauling too and cleaning and fishing at the end just because it's a free source of food. So we're gonna start like that. In this season, what I'm gonna try and do is a bar for the gang, and maybe we can sell also things like alcohol to people to make a little bit of money too. We're gonna see how it goes. This is, like I said, a really good map though, so we got very lucky there. Maybe just wall here a little bit. Not sure what's gonna happen too with the new expansion. Maybe we're gonna have new problems. I don't know about. I'm pretty sure we were. So what I'm gonna do now is first of all growing zone. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go there, I guess. We're gonna go with a big one. I usually go with a big one because it doesn't cost any seed or anything. So might as well rice because rice is fast. I have 5 people, so I'm gonna go even bigger here. So that's for the zone. I'm gonna also put some fishing zone. That's what I usually do, like that. So everyone has a fishing zone if they don't have anything to do. And for the structure, I think we're gonna. This is a lot of compact steel. Wow, that's really good. Okay, so we're gonna go and build here a little bit. Um, First of all, for the structure, this is all gonna be demolished anyway. So we could do a base. What would they do? Well, the gang wouldn't really mind at first, right? No, we're gonna do a temporary camp here, and see how it goes. So we still have to do 5 bed, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everyone's gonna have their bed here. It's not gonna be really big. I'm just gonna do it like this. A door. We're gonna go into floors. Yeah, this one is nice. So this is gonna take a lot of wood. I just thought about something though. We're gonna need to chop. Well, every tree here is gonna be cut anyway. But I have to go into the work tab because plant cut is cutting trees too. Frank wouldn't really do that though. Maybe more Charlie. Charlie would absolutely do that. I'm gonna do it like this. But he's gonna want to construct first, and then when there's no wood anymore, he's gonna go and help. D is gonna grow here. Dennis has nothing to cook, so he's gonna go there first. All right, so we're gonna do it like that, and it's 8 outside. So why not go into temperature and build a campfire in here? You're gonna be able to cook. There's no smoke in this game if you don't know. They're gonna be able to cook and also be warm in here for the night. So let's do that a little bit. All right. Frank is fishing because he has nothing else to do. So Frank, well, it's pretty hard for Frank. Frank would probably help to construct though, a little bit. Cooking, not really. Tailor, smithing has nothing to do. Research, obviously. So we're gonna go and try to build a research bench pretty soon. Research, simple research bench. We've got one right here, so we can maybe just build this. Yeah, it's like this maybe. And they're gonna need also a little bit of steel, so we're gonna mine this. And also furniture, simple bed. This is gonna be a lot of wood. The gang is gonna need a lot more wood than this. So we're gonna go and chop it a little bit more. They're gonna regrow anyway. I downloaded the mod that can needs a toilet or things like that, but the light one, so we don't need to do anything else than build those things. So it's pretty nice. But because I downloaded this, I'm gonna need to put a toilet because they're gonna shit in the water. They're not gonna like it. Where am I going? Structure, wooden wall. We can just do a toilet here. Alright, let's do this. Wooden door. Floors. Maybe a little bit of, yeah, I don't have much things. So we're gonna go with wood again. Hygiene. We're gonna go with Okay, so we don't have a shower yet because okay, so we're gonna go with the water tub, and also, well, for not much still, we're gonna go with a bathtub, and then we're gonna need a lectern because we don't have a toilet yet. But at least we got some bed. We've got some bed. Things are going pretty well. Dennis and Mac are chilling, not doing much. Oh well, Dennis is just Dennis is sleeping. Dee is. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, she's cutting trees. Dee is doing a lot of things there. Frank is working too. What is Mac doing? Oh, he's going in. Yeah, the strong man Mac, the bodyguard, is going and take the steel. What is Dennis doing though? Dennis is. Oh, he washed his hand. All right. Oh, these survival meal are good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna need to do next also is hunt. So we're gonna go and check. We can go into the wildlife tab if you want to see what's where. But if you don't want some things too far, these are not good. These explode when you kill them. Oh, they're still there, 256. And we can also first go with the berry, maybe just the closer one. How many meals do we have now? 40. And this is at 4.5 now. We're gonna need more food. We're gonna get a little bit of fishing too. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm not gonna go and build too much things at the beginning because I want them to be able to fish a little bit so we can get food. Is it here? Yeah, occupancy check right there. Okay, Charlie is watching the fire. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna add a bit. I'm gonna go cook simple meals until you have, and I'm gonna go with 20. So when we have something, we're gonna be able to cook it. Production, butcher spot. I'm gonna just put it there because we don't want the blood inside. We're gonna go with butcher creatures and forever because we're not gonna right now. We're not going to have a reserve of creature. We're gonna kill them and open them as fast as possible. And we have the bench. So we're gonna go into the research tab. First of all, it's been a while, so I'm going. What would I like? The gang would, yeah, beer brewing. I think the gang will first would really like to have some beer, so we're gonna go with beer brewing research, and maybe put a chair for Frank. Poor Frank. Furniture. We're gonna go and give him a dining chair. Yeah, and talking about dining chair, we also gonna put a table, furniture, table. Because if you don't know, eating without a table in Rimworld is the end of the world. And if you try it when you go and help your friend move, you're gonna see it's not really nice either. Oh, no. Cancel. All right, D is working like a maddest. So for the first day, we have a shelter, we have a bathroom, we can wash ourselves, we have a stockpile zone. D did a really great job with the rice plant. We're starting fishing a little bit, so it's not too bad for the first day. So I think that for the first episode, that's gonna be it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see next, or follow, or anything like that. Into the next episode, we're gonna go with more deep into the food system, also trying to put walls for the stockpile zone, maybe trying to mine a little bit to start doing the real base. Not sure what we're going to do, so don't forget, like I said, to subscribe and like if you've liked it, and hope I see you next time. Thank you.